Conor McGregor has firmly established himself as the premier attraction in MMA, consistently delivering 8 consecutive pay-per-view events that surpassed the million-buy mark for the UFC. However, following 4 years of silence, inquiries regarding his return intensified. Meanwhile, the Notorious One established a thriving business empire, even taking on the role of co-owner at BKFC, contributing to the promotion's impressive $400 million valuation, according to Forbes. With Donald Trump unveiling a groundbreaking UFC White House card, McGregor has discovered the drive to make his comeback. The Irishman has made his return to the UFC drug testing pool and is actively posting training videos on social media, demonstrating his motivation for an impressive comeback. Nonetheless, discussions regarding his perceived lack of dedication persisted and intensified. This time, McGregor opted to forego the BKFC 82 press conference, prioritizing his training for what promises to be a spectacular comeback at America's 250th card next year. BKFC President David Feldman at the BKFC 82 press conference stated, "We were supposed to have my partner, my friend Conor McGregor, who was going to be here today, but he couldn't make it to the last minute because he's actually very focused. He's the best Conor McGregor I've ever seen. He's training hard because he said one of you two guys might be his next fight. So, we're sending over a message from Conor McGregor to kick this thing off. It's official. The Notorious is fully committed to his return to the UFC. So dedicated that a significant press conference was overlooked. And who would be happier than Dana White? The UFC boss has long dreamed of McGregor's return. And now it finally looks within reach." Speaking on Pardon My Take, White even gave fans a green light. "He keeps telling me he wants the fight. So we'll see how it plays out." Clearly, both sides are already laying the groundwork for a massive White House event. There was a brief scare when the UFC roster watch account showed Conor McGregor as cut from the promotion. A claim Dana White quickly dismissed as Bull's tea, putting the doubts to rest. With his comeback next year looking more and more likely, the Notorious One seems not only focused on returning to the octagon but also hinting at bigger moves beyond it. Conor McGregor has long promised that bare-knuckle fighting would be something he'd explore later in his career. However, with 2 fights still left on his UFC contract, he's currently restrained from doing so. Still, his brewing rivalry with Mike Perry has already sparked intrigue among fans eager to see one of MMA's biggest stars step into one of the most brutal combat sports. Perry and Jeremy Stephens are set to headline the BKFC 82 card in Newark, New Jersey, in a high-profile clash. And aside from the fans, McGregor himself is watching closely. Why? Because the Notorious One believes one of them could be his next opponent once he's finished with UFC obligations. McGregor even made a surprise video appearance at the BKFC press conference, saying, "This October 4th, in a packed 17,000-seat stadium, we crown our King of Violence world champion in a bout between Mike Perry and Jeremy Stephens. Both men are angling for a fight against the boss. We expect a firecracker of a contest here." The former 2-division UFC champion has teased the prospect of a bare-knuckle clash, asserting his position as the boss fight for both Perry and Stephens. The question of whether he will truly enter the BKFC ring is still up in the air. With that in mind, what are your thoughts on Conor McGregor's aspirations for the UFC and his future plans? Share your insights below.